Hey, there's a book you don't want to buy. It's called Fill the Gap: How to Help Gen Z Enter the Workplace with Competence and Confidence. You'll want to avoid this book at all costs if you're the kind of parent who encourages your kids to support socialism. If you're the kind of parent who wants your kids to be dependent on the government. If you're the kind of parent who teaches them to listen to the teacher all the time and to never question. If you're the kind of parent who goes into a job interview with your adult children. Or if you're the kind of parent who calls the employer the day after they fire your adult child. If you're that kind of a parent, you're going to want to avoid this because you're going to hate it. You're going to hate the tools and the principles you're going to find inside. But at the same time, if you're the kind of parent who wants your children to be independent, if you want them to enter the workforce with competence and confidence, if you're the kind of parent who wants your Gen Zs to have options as an employee and as an entrepreneur or business owner, then that's a totally different story. You're going to want to put Fill the Gap into the hands of your teens and young adults because it's full of the tools and principles that will give them the ability to create options for themselves, to be the Gen Z employee that employers want to hire and that customers can't wait to do business with. Because after 14 years of being a youth worker and 15 years of being an employer, and now another 14 years of coaching managers and supervisors, I can honestly tell you, this generation, Gen Z, is struggling like no other generation I've seen before as they're entering the workforce. In fact, 40% of all employers right now don't even want to touch them. The good news is, putting the right tools into their hands and helping them process what it means to apply them will help them become the exception to the stereotypical Gen Z. You see, this generation has huge potential, but they need someone to invest in them. Someone to put a resource into their hands like Fill the Gap that will help them become that exception. So just click on www.youfillthegap.com. www.youfillthegap.com is going to take you to my book. This is a resource that you need to put into the hands of your children. Right now, we have a Christmas special where you're going to be able to buy 2 copies and get the third one for free. I'll even cover the shipping on the third copy because it's so important that we get as many copies as possible into the hands of as many Gen Z as possible so that they can become the exception. We need them to succeed. Our society needs them to succeed. And here's where we start. Fill the gap.